I'm here. Not on time, but I'm here. I think I can be forgiven for not being on time, though. I try to keep the narrative on these videos pretty close to that of the game, so me showing up late, it's pretty fitting. Actually, no it's not! I shouldn't be showing up at all if I wanted total realism! Finish what you started in the first 2 periods, he says. Shut down the other team's top lines, he says. Start on time, he says. Does anyone want to listen? That was a joke. You could tell from the opening face-off too. 4 minutes in and your goalie already has to bail you out twice? Good job, good start, boys. You give up goal 13 seconds apart. Then you score and you give up a goal 29 seconds later. Then you give up goals 44 seconds apart. Every single thing we've talked about this season you fooled around with in this game. You got your teeth kicked in because of it. That was miserable, it was brutal, it was pathetic. Any word you can think of to describe that? Yeah, that's what it was. The fact that you can expose your fans to that is embarrassing. Actually, come to think of it, I don't know what's more embarrassing. Me sitting there watching it, or you putting it on? It was like jamming toothpicks into my eyes. Actually, jamming toothpicks in my eyes might have been a better option than watching that! I'm so confused. I don't understand. I don't get it. Jean-Gabriel Pageau goes down and you forget how to play an afternoon game? It's pretty simple. Eat 2 chicken parm, go play hockey, score 4 goals, get the overtime winner, and send your fans home happy. Doesn't that sound like a way better option? Come to think of it, I don't even know why I'm this wound up. If they can't be bothered to play hockey, why should I be bothered to care? Sad, isn't it? I'm a fan. I sit on the couch and I watch these guys play. They get paid millions of dollars to do it as their career. Yet I seem to care more than they do. Does anyone see a problem with this? Oh no, they just like to tease their fans. Oh, we're gonna play solid hockey for the first 7 games of the season. Oh, then we're gonna play awful hockey for the next 4. Then we're gonna play probably the 2 best periods of the entire season and barely hang on to win. And now the fans are excited because they seem to be back, which makes the players excited, makes Eugene Melnyk excited, makes the sponsors excited. Doesn't matter though, because you piddled it all away! What are we getting excited for? This isn't kindergarten! We can't be excited about nap time! Wake up and play hockey! I guess some of you might be a little confused right now. It was a nightmare, a joke, a mess. It was everything and anything. If you're a Sens fan, you better sit down for this. Sens lose. I'm not joking. Sit down for this. 9-2 to the Buffalo Sabres. Yeah, you heard that right. No, it's not a typo. No, I did not misspeak. Yes, the Sens lost 9-2. You would have thought that it would have been forever since the Sens were shellacked like that. Au contraire, the Sens were killed a number of times last season. They lost 8-1 to New Jersey, and 2 games later, 9-2 to Montreal in the preseason. Then, in the regular season, they lost 8-3 to Montreal, 8-2 to Chicago, and then followed that up with a 3-game stretch where they lost 7-2 to Florida, 6-2 to Edmonton, and 5-2 to Carolina. For the sake of my health, do not let that happen again. So, let's get into this game, and as always, before we start, lineup changes. With Alex Formenton going back to junior, the Sens had an opening in their lineup. With an extra spot in the lineup, the Sens elected to return to the 11-7 rotation and inserted Eric Bergdorfer into the lineup for his first game of the season. The rest of the lineup stayed the same, including Andy, who started in goal. Full disclosure, I was really sorry to see Andy get the start in this hockey game. He didn't deserve to be subjected to that! You should have left him at home! Early on, it looked like Andy might steal the show for the Sens, making a pair of huge saves in the first 4 minutes. But the big saves didn't last long as the Sabres got on the board first just over 5 minutes in. The Sabres break into the Sens zone on a 3-on-2. Nelson feeds Okposo at the half wall. He fires a slap shot and it went in? Eesh. That's an ugly one. As brutal a goal as that was, it's tough to blame Andy on that one. After bailing the team out a number of times early on, it's on them to make sure that he doesn't need to bail them out again. Would still be nice to get a save there, though. A minute and a half later, the Sabres win the puck battle off the faceoff. Eichel takes a shot from the top of the circle, and Anderson makes the save. The puck bounces off Skinner's knee and goes in the net, and the Sabres' lead is now 2-0. Just over 6.5 minutes into the first period, and the Sabres are already ahead 2-0. Great start, boys. Keep it up. Good job. Yep, good job. Incredibly, Ottawa stops the bleeding for a while. But with about 5.5 minutes to play in the first period, the Sabres strike again. Skinner's shot is stopped, Pominville picks up the rebound and jams it home. 3-0. Typically, I like to go over each and every goal, but we're not going to do that today. If we did, we'd be here all night. Just know, each and every player contributed to this. Thankfully, Boucher has seen enough and gives Anderson the hook. This wasn't his fault. The goalie pull in this game felt much different than it did when Mike Connon was pulled against the Coyotes. Fortunately, it seemed to kind of wake the Sens up just a little bit, as they kind of at least sort of showed up for the last few minutes of the first period. Maybe this team can keep things going in the right direction in the second period. LOL, nope. Just over 5 minutes into the second, the Sabres are on the power play. Ristolainen to Middlestat to Reinhart to Skinner to the back of the net, and the Sabres lead is 4-0. 13 seconds later, Larson to Berglund to Gergensons, and the Sabres lead is 5-0. Give me a minute. The goal light is starting to get a little bright. A minute and a half later, oh, so now you decide to push back. Not in a tie game, or down by 1, or down by 2, or down by 3. Nope, you wait till you're down by 5 and the game's effectively over. Thanks a lot. Thank you very, very much. Max McCormick converts a Mikhail Bodker feed, and the Sens cut the deficit to 5-1. Here we go! Back in it! Let's go, boys! The comeback, it's on! LOL, nope. 29 seconds later, Jason Pominville bangs home a Jack Eichel rebound, and the Sabres regain their 5-goal advantage. And 42 seconds after that, Connor Sheary moves in on a block shot breakaway and fires it over the glove of Mike McKenna, and the Sabres lead is now 7-1. Thankfully, the Sabres take pity on the Sens and let them get to the second intermission, only trailing 7-1. Oh, thank goodness it's only 7-1. Yeah, great. A few minutes into the third, oh yeah, the game's still going on. Berglund bangs home a loose puck after Ristolainen fails to bang it home, and the Sabres lead is 8-1. A few minutes later, Sheary drops it back to Middlestat, he fires a shot over the glove of McKenna, and it's 9-1. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. When the weekend comes, the Sens get thumped. They're just ready to lose. Ah! A few minutes later, oh yay, the Sens score. Woohoo. Cody Ceci tips in a Thomas Chabot point shot, and the Sens cut their disadvantage to 9-2. Who even cares? The game was over 55 minutes ago. And thank goodness, after 55 minutes of wasted time, the game finally comes to an end. Neither team seems interested in playing the last few minutes, and really, who could blame them? Ottawa didn't show up at all, and Buffalo had the game won ages ago. So it ends 9-2, and the Sabres skate away with the win. Just a joke. A complete and utter joke. You've got scoring problems? Welcome to Ottawa! Oh, you don't have scoring problems? Welcome to Ottawa anyway! Nobody wants to play defense. Nobody wants to cover the front of the net. Nobody seems to care how many goals they give up. Just wonderful. I'm not spending any more time talking about this abomination. Let's get good news, bad news out of the way quickly. The good news? They get to get back on the wagon right away. And thank goodness for that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have any good news. And thank goodness for the fans that there is a quick turnaround as well, because boy, do we ever need to wash the bad taste out of our mouths real quick. My mom was never one to wash my mouth out with soap when I was a kid, and right now, I kind of wish she had. It might make this bad taste a little more bearable. Although, to be honest, I'm pretty sure the taste of soap would be a lot better than the taste of that game. You have a chance to make that taste go away quickly? Take that chance. Of course, that ties into the bad news. The Sens' chance to get back on the wagon comes tonight at home when they take on one of the NHL's best teams and one of the NHL's best offense. the Tampa Bay Lightning. Oh, happy days. Kucherov, Stamkos, Point, and the rest of the Lightning should run roughshod over this fragile team. Please don't let them. The Sens do come into the game with all kinds of advantages, though. They are at home, and they are by far the more rested team. The Sens played in the afternoon yesterday, and were likely at home by the time the Lightning started their game against Montreal last night. So, they got to kick back and watch Tampa Bay take on Montreal from home. Advantage? Ottawa. Tampa Bay actually played a game yesterday. Ottawa? They were just scheduled to. Advantage? Ottawa. After an effort like that last night, do not tell me that you were too tired to play tonight. You didn't even show up yesterday. Show up, take this bad taste out of my mouth, and no excuses. See you later tonight.